Just wanted to go live. I actually record, but I didn't want to do a short. Didn't know how long this was going to be. Anyways, excuse my heavy breathing and the fact that it's so close to the microphone. Check, 1, 2. Anyways, I just wanted to come on here and say how very proud I am of 1, myself, of 2, my partner, and 3 of us together, and all the work that we've been doing separately, together, and in the world today. As well as give appreciation and show respect and all of that too, and give a cheer onto all those people that are doing the work regarding their BPD and their trauma and their responses, mainly giving all that appreciation and cheer onto the people that are doing something about their BPD responses, because it took me a while to see that. I heard it, I said it, I acknowledged it, but what I'm saying is, it took me a while to really understand the sentence or the saying of, my trauma itself was not my fault, but what is my responsibility is how I react and respond to that trauma. Not react and respond to people, but react and respond to the trauma. Meaning, that gives me and makes me accountable wholeheartedly for my reactions and my responses. Again, not necessarily towards people, but to the trauma. I think a lot of us, meaning humans, get caught up in our ego, because that is one thing that is there to have helped us evolve. Where we are today as human beings and in the world is because of our ego. Let's be honest, it's called negativity bias. Look it up, it's a real thing. As well as, I think, saying that, as well as being aware and conscious meaning not everybody's gonna see conscious the way that I'm using it in the way that I'm using it. But conscious awareness is another thing that reminds me of what I read, scientifically proven, about the 100th monkey effect. Let's see, who's saying hello? I'm going to say hello to everybody. Who's here? Hi, Callan Gunnar. I can't pronounce your name. Hello. I love you as well. Thank you. Hi, Jing. Love you as well. Thanks. I hope you guys have either something to say on childhood trauma and or trauma itself, and or about BPD, and I hope that I am going to help and give some wisdom on anything that I'm saying right now. Hello, Tamer. I'm speaking on trauma, whether it's childhood or any trauma in general, as well as my BPD, as well as some scientific research that have looked into in my life. One is the negativity bias that we as humans have. I believe it's helped with obviously it's helped in our evolution. Look it up. What it is meaning, like, when we were first evolving as human beings, a negativity bias is something that kept us alive, meaning when we were scavengers, human beings, we would see a mushroom, and one of our relatives or whoever was near us, another human being or human or evolved being, would eat it in front of us and die. So that helped us evolve, meaning we saw that happen, we passed it on to our other circle of community people. Therefore, the next time they saw that mushroom that killed that other person that they saw, or that other being, they passed that on. Therefore, creating a negative idea or thought on that particular mushroom, correct? Well, that has evolved into our egos overinflated and overreacting to certain things that have told us, whether it's a trauma response or a family lineage that has been passed down. Let's say racism. Good example. I don't see myself as being racist. I always joke that I'm not racist against one particular race. I'm racist against all human race. That's a joke. Please don't take that personally. I was just saying that I personally don't see myself as being racist. But in the sake of making an example for negativity bias, let's say in your family, your mother, your grandmother, her mother passed, would say a comment that was derogatory to another race. But we just repeated it, not knowing it was derogatory in any which way, form, or fashion. Well, that is a negativity bias that was passed down to us without us knowing it. Again, we would say that we're not racist at all because in 2025, how could we be racist, honestly? Because there's so many mixed races, correct? Anyways, again, I'm not trying to trigger anyone. I'm simply trying to give an example of a negativity bias. Therefore, in saying all of that, I see how my trauma, my BPD, and all of that is my responsibility to not react or respond to the person that caused that trigger, but to my actual trigger. Therefore, I am holding myself and that trigger solely accountable for everything that I'm going through. I am walking to literally nowhere. I set my timer for 40 minutes to go in one direction, and when that timer goes off, I'm gonna start back for home. Milo and Bear Bear, my dogs. Well, Bear Bear is my parents' dogs. Milo is my dog. I don't know if you can see him back there. Oh, sorry. And Bear Bear's back there. Milo is a Shar-Pei mix that found me in the desert. And Bear is a German Shepherd. My mom says he's full, but I don't believe he is. Full German Shepherd. Hi, John. You're Indian? I am. I've always wanted to go to India. I am Hispanic and Portuguese. Let's get freaky and see if aliens will land and join us. Okay? I don't know about what consists of freaky to you. Because freaky is a lot of different things in my definition. Anyways, back to what I was saying. I feel really good in these epiphanies and hindsights and all that stuff. So I just wanted to come on here and say and show that it's a beautiful day and not to take for granted being human and the ability and the freedom of free will. Free will to be who you are, speak what you speak. I'm just saying that because I live in the United States and I know I have the ability to do that. And I'm not taking away or detracting from anyone else that is not able to do that on here or flaunting or anything. I am just aware and grateful for being born in the United States. Again, it is a beautiful day. Nice thoughts. Hope everyone can understand this. Me too. I appreciate you, Tamar, in saying that. Where's the party? Ain't no party. Ain't no party like a West Coast party. Just kidding. I'm just hoping that people understand this as well. It is beautiful that we get to feel feelings, whether it's hurt, sorrow, grief, love, joy, because we don't know in fact whether animals have those feelings. We know that they have feelings. We just don't know whether it's said, quote unquote, love, remorse, any of that, right? We can interpret it through our eyes. But to me, I think that it's beautiful in itself. And that's one of the beautiful things about being human. Whew, excuse me. I didn't leave, I'm just taking a break. It's one of the things about being human that I find beautiful. And I've been reading more on BPD and trauma in human beings and how that affects a said person. Well, I always thought I was empathetic. Well, not always. As I was growing up, I thought being empathetic meant and was a part of being a Cancer sign, born in the astrological sign of Cancer. Actuality, well, one, I believe that it's part of who I decided to be when deciding to come to Earth, regardless of whether you believe that or not. what I believe. Excuse me, I've got to take one more second. Show. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Are you asking for my inside aging? I can't tell you my contact number. I think I have my Insta account on my YouTube channel, no? Anyways, it's the same, Cosmic Love. Anyways, whew. Come to find out, the empathy part is also due to the trauma. And I used to tell people this, meaning clients and loved ones and people in general who are willing to listen or wanting to listen. Oh, excuse me. That I've learned, and I know how to, 1, read a room, 2, can read a person pretty well. And not for any manipulative or malice, or I love when he does this. Can you see him? He's always been able to find a spot of shade and wait and sit. Are you out telling me that you need water? Okay, you want some water? Anyways, or to do any, malice intent. Mainly, solely because I learned how to do this, because growing up, and again, through no fault of my mother's, I have trauma. I mean, yes, it is her fault, technically, but through no fault of her own now. Anyways, I'm not taking accountability away from my mother. I'm just simply saying that I don't blame her solely, because to me that takes away my accountability. Anyways, I had to learn to read my mother's emotions. Therefore, I can survive. My nervous system, not survive, technically. I meant my nervous system didn't know the difference of survival and or just being able to decipher what my emotions were aside from my mother's, right? So therefore, I learned how to read a room and to read people. Okay, I think I'm done for now. I don't know what else to say or where I'm going with that. Thank you. I hug you back. Okay, everyone. Enjoy your Saturday and your weekend. And I hope that whatever I said, or if I said anything that struck a chord with you and that you looked into, again, look into 1, negativity bias, and 2, the 100th monkey effect. And I'd like if you can comment back on, if you do, what you think about that and your take on how it helped human evolution. Okay, bye. Okay, bye.